Content learning, building our content knowledge is extremely important. So is building our capacity for teacher leadership, but none of that can occur without an infrastructure. And so, two breakouts focus more on the nuts and bolts of operating teachers' institutes. I led a breakout on forming and sustaining the school-university partnership, and then Rogers talked about the other end, which is evaluating the results of Teacher Institute experiences. I'll speak briefly about mine and then turn it over to Rogers. So we had I think a broad and lively discussion in our breakout. We had existing institutes represented, one who's about to start seminars in 10 days, some that are on the brink of, we hope, starting the institute, and then some who are still in the exploratory phase. And so all ranges of the experience were represented. We talked about getting entree into and buy-in from the various constituencies that you need. How do you approach a university to establish a partnership? And we focused on the importance of faculty coming to the summer intensive session, getting faculty buy-in, and then taking that back to their institutions to make the case. We talked about the challenges of getting buy-in from the school boards who govern the districts. In particular, how do you show that these institutes have tangible results? And perhaps Rogers can address that. We came up with some ideas, but also felt that there were some further steps that might be taken in terms of making clear how these units would be used, and perhaps some more standardized kind of information that's collected. We talked about the model as it's set up, and then the necessity of working within those parameters to meet the needs, the goals, the characteristics of the particular location, and how that can pose different challenges based on urban versus rural, based on distance, based on culture, things of that nature. I think we also had just a good wide-ranging sharing of information from institutes or locations at various stages in the process of different kinds of things that have been successful and unsuccessful in getting things going. Also talked quite a bit, unsurprisingly, about the importance of funding, the desirability of getting external funding, of getting philanthropies and businesses involved, the difficulty of doing that, and then the necessity of having some kind of financial buy-in, some kind of stake in the institute through contributions from both partners, the university and the school districts, and that literal buy-in is important for the sustaining of the institutes.